Welcome back to my channel, SQL Shahid. Today we are going to discuss about the restore scenarios. We have completed a complete database restore, that is known as point of failure, and also we have completed point in time restore. Complete database restore means whichever we have the backups, full backups, differential backups. Transaction log backups, and if required and applicable tail log backup. If tail log backup is there, whatever the 45-minute data I have already discussed in my previous session, that also we can restore after taking the tail log backup, but log should not be corrupted. If data file is corrupted, okay, then log, if log is corrupted, then we can't take the tail log backup. That you have to keep in mind. So we can restore the complete base backup with all the backups. And second is point in time. Whenever the developer has dropped the table, he comes and asks to DBA to restore that particular table, so we can restore the database copy, okay, with available backups, and we can go to that event. We can travel back in time, and we can bring back the table, and had to export the table to original database, okay. So we can recover like that. These two things I have discussed. Now I will be discussing about file and file group and piecemeal restore. File and file group is nothing but like complete database restore only. So these both are same only, but we'll be restoring in parts. Okay, like we'll be having file groups. File and file group concept I have explained it in my previous session. If you can go there and check, okay, if anyone have doubt. So file and file groups will be having FG1 file group, FG2 file group, and FG3 file group. You can restore part by part, okay. Like first we have to restore with primary, so I'll be showing you with demo. Have some demo here, okay. So I'll be copying everything here, and I will be pasting this, okay, to the new query window editor in SQL Server in SSMS Studio. So new query, and I will be pasting that queries, okay. So what I can do, I will be creating one database called as FFG, and I will be adding file groups FG1, FG2, FG3. Right click on new database. I will give database name as FFG, and here I can add file groups, okay. I will be adding file FFG underscore FG1 file, and here I will be creating a new file group FG1, okay. So adding another file here FFG underscore FG2, and creating one more file group called as FG2, clicking OK, and adding another file group called as FFG FG3. I am be creating FFG underscore FG3 file, and file group will be FG3. Clicking OK. So FFG database has been created. Okay. So what you can do, you can go here to this table FFG1 you can create. Okay, FFG1 underscore table 1, and FFG2 underscore table, this will be table 2. FFG underscore table, it will be table 3. Okay, I'm creating this FFG table 1 on FG1 file group. Okay, see if you can see here the command, this will be on FG2, and third table will be on FG3. So three commands altogether I am running. So if we see and observe here, I am creating inserting records here. Okay, here what I should do, I have to change it to FFG. Okay, I will be creating now tables, and if you see here, inserting records on FG1 table also, FG2 and FG3. like everything I am giving 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 like that. So I will be inserting three records, okay, on all each tables, okay, three tables. So commands got executed successfully here. So now I will be taking one full backup, okay, normal full backup. If you see here, backup database FFG disk equal to path, okay, and after taking one full backup, I will be inserting few more records, one records on each table, and after that I will be taking one transaction log backup. After that, I will be inserting one records, okay, on each table. So again, I'm executing and I will be performing a transaction log backup. Okay. Now, how to restore with file and file group means here I have that command. So now I have to, if the database is corrupted, then how to bring back? First, I have to corrupt the database. Database. What I can do, I can go to configuration manager. Configuration manager. Or else I can take Windows or Sir, SQL Manager. It is 22, right? You can give it as 16. Okay, this is 2022 instance. If you see, we'll be opening this 16.msc configuration manager, and I will stop the SQL services. Okay, so to corrupt the data, I have to stop the SQL services, or else I can't do. So now I have stopped that SQL services. Agent also will stop if I stop the main service. I can go to that C drive wherever that files are located. C program files, Microsoft SQL Server. This is that instance ID. Okay, can go to MS SQL data. Now last time I corrupted data file, right? Now I will be corrupting log file. Okay, so I can't take the tile log backup. If a log file is corrupted, as you know, okay, so I'm deleting the log file. Now I'll be starting the SQL services here. Right click, start the services. If you go and check here, I will disconnect this and connect again, okay. If once the SQL services are up, now I connected, okay. SQL services are up, okay. So what I have to do, I can expand here. If you see here, FFG database is recovery pending, okay. So what happened here? Log file is corrupted. Then this file is waste for us, okay. Now how I'll be restoring with the parts. With file groups, I will show you that I will be deleting this. This is waste. Okay, if once the log file is corrupted, we can't take log file backup also. Now, just for the scenario purpose, I have deleted a log file. Then now I have to restore file groups. If you not give here complete file groups, okay, then in database will not come online. If you see here, it will prompt us to restore all the file groups. This file and file group restore is nothing but like same as complete database restore only. So there I will be restoring with full backup, differential backup, log backup without giving file groups. Like this, I won't mention there. Here I will be mentioning parts by part. I will be first restoring FG1, FG2, FG3. So here we can restore this FG1 and FG2 restore. After that we can restore FG3. Okay, so here data primary data file is very important. We should not exclude this. Okay, whenever we restore, first we have to restore primary file group. because it has information about the database internal version, and also it has information about the other NDF files. So primary data file is important, and to restore FG1 and FG2, we have to run this command with no recovery. Same thing, like I'm giving this extra file group parameters here. In normal full database, we won't give that extra parameter there. Okay, so I'll be running this command. If you run this, the database will be restored. Okay, here again you have to restore first transaction log backup with no recovery. And if you see here, this commands gets successfully executed. And if you restore this down one with recovery, it won't come online because it is asking for FG3. Same I told you, like this, there is no use of this. Also, it is not very important. This to understand you guys better. I'm showing you, there is concept of a file group. If you see here, it is asking for FFG underscore FG3 file, which is under FG3 file group. We had to bring back that file, then only the database comes online. It is same like a complete database restore only. So what I can do here, I had to again go and restore that file group 3. Same command I can execute. Again, one more thing is important here. You have to restore the transaction log backup again. First try till log backup with no recovery, and every time finally, if you want to bring the database online, if you refresh here, it is restoring. If you bring back this database online, you have to run with recovery. So again, if you run with recovery, then database will come online. The restore is completely successful. So if you refresh here, database is online. Okay. So in this way, you can bring back this table, and you can check the tables also. As I executed above commands, I have created table called FG1 underscore table, FG2 underscore table. We select here data. You can see here FG1 table data, FG2 and FG3. Everything is back. Also, if you don't want to go like this, if you want to execute one shot, you can do like that as well. You can delete this FFG database, and what you can do is you can again execute at one shot, giving all the parameters. Okay, I will be copying this. Okay, I will be now copying these commands. I'll be taking new query. Okay, here I don't have. If you refresh, I don't have database. New query, Control V. I will be pasting here at last. Demo have not mentioned FG3, right? Now here I will be mentioning FG3 file group equal to FG3. Now I'll be restoring all the file groups FG1, FG2, FG3 at one shot. You see that a database will be in restoring because I have mentioned with no recovery. First T log backup and second T log backup with recovery. If you go and see the data, you will find the data again here. The database has restored completely successfully. So hope you might have understood. This is not too important also. Just one time you practice and leave it. You have to mainly focus on that complete database restore. Whenever you do, you don't go for this option. So next is piecemeal restore. So piecemeal restore is nothing but same like we can give the priority. Okay, whenever the client comes and asks to restore the file group which is present on the table, right? File group table will be present on the file group. That file group, whichever it is important for the client, will be bring back. Okay, first we will be restoring that file group. So how to do that? We will be having the commands, same commands. At last, we had to mention here in this demo, comma partial I had to mention. So if anything happen crash, I can delete that. If FG3 is important, I can bring that first, and FG2 is important, second I can bring, and FG1 is important. So like that, based on the priority wise, I can bring the file database completely back. Okay. So here, if you mention this with partial, SQL Server will understand. To restore the database with partial, to come this only FG3, you can execute this command with partial. So here, file group primary is very important. You have to mention the primary because the database version internal information will be having with this primary MDF file, and all other NDF files information will be having in this primary data file only. So primary data file is mandatory whenever you do restore a file and file group and piecemeal restore. Now only I want this file group FG3 and give it back to client to access the table. You can restore with partial at last. You have to mention partial. Then only it is called as piecemeal restore. You are restoring this only FG3, okay, and primary first within pieces. So it is called as piecemeal restore. Now we will be restoring first T-log backup with no recovery, and second T-log backup with recovery. If you right click and refresh, then you will be finding here table 1, table 2, table 3, everything but table 3 only it is accessible. If you want access table 3 only it is accessible, and if you go to FG two table, then it is not accessible. First, we need to restore file group FG2. So when FG2 file is not available and it is not online, it is mentioning here clearly. And after that, if you see here for FG1 as well, you will not find. To restore, now it is FG2 is important. You have to mention here FG2. You can remove this file group. Already have restored primary file group, and at last I had to remove this partial as well. Already I had done with in pieces. If you give here partial, already the SQL Server has understand we are doing piecemeal restore. Now we can run this FG3. Again, you have to run this first transaction log backup and second transaction log backup with recovery. Also, you can do here file group FG3. You can restore at one shot. So I wanted to show you in pieces, right? For that scenario, again, if you execute here, it won't come. I'm restoring in pieces. FG2 has been restored. Now client can access because FG3 was important, FG2 was important. Now FG1 also same thing. Like you have to restore this and give it to client. At last, this is less critical table. Okay, based on the priority you have done for FG3 first, FG2, and then FG1 at last. So everything is back. If you check here, everything is back. This is known as piecemeal restore. Whenever you give first time restoring partial at last, and you have to restore compulsory primary group, primary file group. So then it will come online. So hope you might have understood that file group, file and file group, and piecemeal restore. Next is page restore. So now I'll be explaining about page restore. Page restore means whenever the particular page is corrupted, no, we can bring back that page. Okay, we cannot, we should not restore complete database. So if the database size is 10 terabyte, why is it necessary to restore all the 10 terabyte database? Only the particular page is corrupted, then only we have to bring back that with page restore. We can bring back only one page if it is corrupted. So how to do that, I will be letting you know in further class about detailed discussion. Now I will be showing you the page. Now here we have the database called as test.db, or else you can give here use test page level recover database. Then you can create the table on that. Now I'm inserting a few records. After inserting few records, I will be performing one log backup, one full backup, and I will be inserting some records. And again, I'm taking one differential backup. So after taking one differential backup, I'm inserting again few more records. Then I will be performing one log backup. Only one log backup this time I am performing. So here you can see the to check the object ID of the table, as we have the database ID for master equal to 1, MDB2, model 3, MSDB4, right? So same like that we will be having table ID also. To check that, you can run this command. Object ID you can see as 9015788250, and it is whether it is heap or not. We can check with this command. So it is heap. What is heap means? Like it's table data is arranged in improper. Okay, it is not organized. We have clustered index also. I will be discussing that later on. It is heap, and object ID is this. Now. We have DBCC IND command here. I can run this command to check which is IAM page and which is database. I have used the DBCC IND command. I had to give here first database name, after that shift table 0. I had to 0 means it is heap. Okay, if you execute this command, you will be finding here the data. Here you will be seeing IAM page. 390 means IAM page. Here 10 means IAM page. 390 means page ID. Page type 10 means IAM page. This you have to note down. And also if 448 here page ID, then the page type 1 means data page. This also I have to note down. 901578 means it is object ID of the table shift. So only we have run this command to check the object ID 9015788250. Here I have given DBCC and means index. Here you have used the database name, shift table name, and 0 means heap. Heap means here if you see heap means 0. We see data is not organized properly. If it is clustered in the data will be organized properly. What is that, and all I will be letting you know in future. We see here page ID 390. If you scroll here, page type 10 means it is IAM page. IAM page means index allocation map page. And here if you see 448, if you scroll here, page type 1 means data page. This thing it is very important to be note down. Because I will be corrupting this page 448, so only. And to read the page, here you can use this command DBCC page command. Here to check the database ID of page level recover. Okay, this test page level recover, you can run this. Okay, it is 6. If you check for master, it will be showing 1. So to check the database ID, you can use this command. So why it is useful means here database ID means 6, right? You have to mention database ID 6. One means MDF file, that is primary data file. And here page have used this command, right? DBCC for 48. This is data page. Okay, here you have to copy that data page, and 3 means it is a display option. If you run this command, you will be not seeing anything. You have to run DBCC trace on to read that page information, whatever the page contains. Okay, so if you run this command, then you can read the data. At that time, it has not come any information. If you check here, you can open the page. So whenever interviewer asks, interviewer will this is a very high level interview in Microsoft interview they will asking. So you can tell have you seen the page? You have to say yes. At that time you have to tell page what and all page contains. Okay, page contain all the buffer page buffer information we have here, and it contains page header. Here, if you scroll down, you have the page header information. So we can see how many rows have been allocated. Here, slot count is 9, right? I have inserted 9 records, and we have free count 7830. This many records we can insert in that page. Okay, 448 page. That and I have a lot of information in page header. So, and if you come down, and so we can check the slot counts here. S number equal to 1, and S name equal to hello. So in slot 1 we have this one, and if in slot 0 we have this records. And if you scroll down in slot 3 we have in slot 2 we have s number equal to 3. This and all information we can see if you open the page. Okay, nobody will open and see, but for our knowledge purpose and in Microsoft interview they will be asking. So I will be corrupting in next class this page, and I will show you how to restore. Okay, I will not restore the database completely, only that 448 page. If it is corrupted, then I will be bringing that page online by restoring the page restore. Okay.